Shots.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's TheCardists, and in today's deck review, I'm going to be reviewing. Now, this is a prototype deck. It's not called a prototype deck, but this is the Geistreiz. It's a really hard name to pronounce, but this is the prototype, and it's going to be on Kickstarter today. So if you want to go pick this up, link in the description below. And this is such a cool deck. Despite it's a prototype, I do want to let you guys know it's not a USPCC deck, and that's a bonus because it's a news deck and a new company that I haven't heard of, so it's a bonus as well. But all the information about the company is going to be on the Kickstarter as well. But this deck is actually basically it's a prototype, meaning the handling isn't going to be that good. So we won't be going on to the handling due to the fact that it is the prototype, and that is the rules that I always have for a prototype deck. Now, this is actually printed by NPCC, or it will be, and it won't be reprinted ever. It's a fully custom deck, and it's going to be coming to Kickstarter, and the artwork is by Mikey and Stefan, and you can check them out, and it's linked on the Kickstarter. Now, what I dig about this deck is a very unique deck in the fact of, first off, it's a different style, and what's inside is the impactful bit where things are just not the way that they normally are. So that's what I really dig. But on the front, as you can see, it has a nice white border that goes round, and it has this big kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like a belt buckle on there saying the name with a nice white swoosh, and they've used a lot of scroll work coming out from where the text is, and even the font itself is really stands out. You have the ace, heart, clubs, and the diamond just there, and it shows you the different pips, and then you get a little swirl there, and it's a really like kind of cartoony, different style to it. On the side, what I dig is it says the name, playing cards, and then it has 54 playing cards. So it just allows you to know there's 54 cards. You have the lines there and there with a little detailing, and on the other side it's exactly the same. On the bottom as well, you can see it has the nice scroll works, and then it nicely gives a bit of information about the deck, and that's what I really find unique. On the top as well, it continues from the front of the design, so you can see it continues, but if you flip it round, it matches with that as well, as you can see. So that's what I really like. They've made it match the front and the back. On the tabs, it has an ace and a heart, so an ace of spades and a heart. And everything else in this box, apart from the back, you can see has a bird, looks like a little face there, and it has nice scroll work patterns going around, and all the detailing of the red and white. Now, we're going to get the deck out itself. Now, obviously the borders are quite thick on this, but this is just due to as it's a prototype, so as you can see, it's not a normal poker size, and it's not the stock that will be printed on. So let's have a look at the deck itself. Now, this is a fully custom deck, and it's quite unique in the fact of, if you just look at the jokers, they are like old traditional jokers, in the fact of why are you not focusing, camera? Hang on, there you go. So with this one, you can see we have a red and a green joker here, and he looks very angry, and you've got basically the colour. You've got a white border on the front, and it has joker in one corner, and this joker here has actually dice, and this one's folding its arms, looks very angry with a massive chin. Then we have nothing else apart from the deck itself. Now, the ace of spades, you can have a look, has an ace of diamonds, ace of diamonds looking like, but it has actually an ace of spades. And you have playing cards with the ace of spades. It says the name, and it has a nice swoop to, and the road that continues down here to form the bottom of the ace. And that is what I really dig. Let's get this to focus for you guys. I don't know, you guys moan about my camera, but this is as best as it's going to get for some reason. Okay, so then you can see there's the ace of spades. Really dig the blue. It gives a bit of information on the bottom as well. And what I think is really cool with this deck is it's just the look at it. It's so hard to describe because of the way it looks. It's such a unique design. Even having the pip, like the little pips are different as well up top. Even though that has been done before, the pips, like where they've placed it with the border going around, it's not that different. But just the style of the pips is different. Now here it has two, just to let you know that it's two pips, and you can see the pips are quite detailed as well. They look like the empires a little bit. You move on the whole way through. You can see going past to even the 10, the different pip placements. Then you get to the royalty, and this is what stands out for me. Is just look at the royalty. They look a little bit different and odd, and they've all been hand drawn, and that's what I think is really, really cool, apart from the king just dying on me there. Oh, the jack. But just look how awesome they are, and they also keep the same colour convention as well. The queen is holding a skull, like it's all, they're holding stuff that's really odd, and that's what I think is cool. It makes it unique. You get 4 custom aces, so you even get a custom heart as well. And this one looks like it's a supporter of, it has like a love heart in the centre there, obviously because it's a heart card with a nice, like maybe like a scarf going around it. In the background as well, you will see that you have the actual pip of the ace in the back faded in, and it's the whole way through. So even with the pips, they have a nice red and black colour to them. And this is the exact same through the whole way of the deck for the hearts. Then you move on to the royalty. Now the Jack of Hearts has a very happy expression on his face. He's got different coloured hair. The Queen is holding a rose. As you can see the inspiration on her face. She looks very happy as well. And then the King, he just looks very, just looks like my uncle for some reason. Then we move on to the Ace of Clubs, and it's just an X in the corner there, and it really looks like, it just looks awesome. It looks like a head actually. It looks like, as you can see, that looks like a face and it looks like an eyes. But really it is, looks like, but it's not. You move on and you can see that the pip that you see on the ace is continuing with the pips on the front, and it has a nice blue, so each one you get like a different kind of colour to it. Even when you get to the royalty. The royalty as well, you get the Jack, Queen, King. For example, in this one, the Jack is holding a bird. This one, it is holding a wine glass. And then this one, it's just looking up, like it just doesn't care. Then you get the Ace of Diamonds, very detailed the way they've done that. Even though it's such a simple design, it's such a cool look, and it looks 3D almost. Even with the 2, it continues with the same idea. And going the whole way through as well, it's exactly the same for the rest of the pips. Even the Jack, Queen, King I really, really like. You can see that the Jack is actually got a sword behind his head because he thinks he's cool. The Queen, she's just smoking. Not like smoking hard, like she's actually smoking. And then the King is holding a remote. So there you go. So this deck itself is a very unique deck. This is the back design. It is a mirrored back. It's a really decent deck, I've got to admit, despite it's obviously a little bit not the right size yet, but when it is coming out, it will be definitely worth it. I recommend backing for this deck. It's such a cool deck of cards. Not too sure where this is actually printed, but this is my review of the prototype, so go check it out. Link in the description below. I wish I could pronounce the name for the god of me. I'm so bad at describing it. But this is in the description. You need to go pick this up. It's a beautiful deck of cards, and I can't wait to actually see when it's actually printed by NPCC. So that'll be cool to see a deck, and we should do a comparison between NPCC and a prototype. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. But that's it, guys. Make sure you click subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.